Hello. Welcome to our Simply Busy home here in the evening. It has been a busy day today. We have been hanging with a friend today, gardening and letting our kids hang out and have some fun. And so now I've come home and I forgot that we are having company this evening. So I thought, you know what, I already had an idea of what I was going to make for dinner. And so I already had the meat thawed out, and we are going to do some shepherd's pie. Let me show you what I'm doing. I am getting this ground beef going in my cast iron skillet, and I really love this skillet because it gets really hot and the heat is evenly distributed throughout the pan. It does an exceptional job at browning and searing whatever meat I'm cooking in it. If I had been thinking about it better, then I would have peeled the potatoes first, and then while they were boiling, I would have been cooking the meat. But that's not what I did. But our company is going to be here in about a half hour, so hopefully I can pull this all together in about 30 minutes or so. So while I am getting this dinner prepared, my kids are in the living room playing. They've already helped to clean up the living room and the common areas, the living room, dining room, entryway, and kitchen. So they help with that, and so now they are just playing with their younger brothers and each other and keeping one another occupied while I am getting this dinner done quickly. And because some of you have suggested that I use the scraps from my vegetables, I am going to do that today because of your suggestions, and a friend of mine also gave me the same tip. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into a plastic bag and throw it in my freezer. Shepherd's pie is really easy to make. All it is ground beef, diced onions and garlic, and you throw in some vegetables, typically carrots and peas. I used a frozen mixed vegetables bag that had carrots, peas, and green beans in it. And then you just season it simply with salt and pepper. And then to make it saucy, you just add some Worcestershire sauce and ketchup. I didn't have the Worcestershire, but I did have some steak seasoning, and so I just used that instead because they taste similar to one another. And then for the potato part, you just boil up some potatoes and you make mashed potatoes the way that you normally would. And you spread it over top of the ground beef mixture and sprinkle some cheddar cheese on top, and then you bake it for 20 minutes or so, and that's it. I think I might need a bigger skillet. This is a 10-inch, and 2 pounds of hamburger meat, 1 large onion, and a 12-ounce, I think it's a 12-ounce package of mixed vegetables, and this pan can barely contain all the yummy goodness that's in it. So I think we need to upgrade to a 12-inch, or maybe 2 10-inches. We'll see. So because I didn't start this meal off properly by doing the potatoes first, I am changing what is on the menu. So instead of doing shepherd's pie with this ground meat mixture underneath of a layer of mashed potatoes and baked, I am going to just cook some rice because that just takes 20 minutes and I don't have to wash and peel and cut and boil and all that stuff with the potatoes. So I'm just gonna make a pot of rice. I'm gonna add some butter and some cheese, and that will go underneath of the ground meat mixture here, and it'll be something similar to a shepherd's pie, just with rice. It would have been smarter for me to prepare the potatoes first, so that while they were boiling, I could have been working on the meat. So my advice is to take a moment when having to make a change and just consider if the task can be done in a way that is most efficient. Be realistic with time. I'm not always good at this. I'm trying to do better though. If you have any suggestions or tips on how you make the most of your time, please share in the comments. I love to learn from women who have gone before me and are better at a thing than I am. So today's video is a little bit different in that I'm just bringing you along while I make dinner. I wanted to invite you into a moment in my life where not everything is necessarily picture perfect or quiet. As moms, we are going to have busy days, and not everything is going to go as planned. I had forgotten that we were having company this day. When these things happen, a busy day, a change in plans, a thing we forget, it can be easy to get overwhelmed or frazzled, especially if you're a scheduler like me. But I want to encourage you to practice going with the flow sometimes and not getting all worked up over things that can sometimes just be unavoidable. Have a can-do attitude instead of allowing these things to affect your mood and how you interact with your family. Take a moment to talk to the Lord in prayer and remember that you are honoring God and serving your family by cooking this meal or whatever the task is. What you're doing for your family truly does matter. So I planned for shepherd's pie, but I needed to be okay with adapting to the situation, and I was prepared for that by choosing to cook rice instead. Dinner was ready when my company arrived. Well, thanks for spending a little time with me. I hope that y'all have a great weekend, and until next time, take care.